Today on Nip Talk, we were talking about microplastics. What is that? I have to admit that I didn't really know a whole lot about microplastics. I'd seen a couple of things on social media about them. At first, I thought it was fake. I was like, there's no way plastic is accumulating in our body. But the reality is that our bodies are accumulating these microplastics. So where do they come from? They can be primary microplastics, which means that they're actually created by a company. Think of like an abrasive bead that might be in a lotion or something. But most of these are secondary microplastics, where a larger piece of plastic breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces. This can happen in the ocean or just out like in our natural water supplies. And so microplastics are defined as something less than 5 millimeters, and then there's another group called nanoplastics, which is less than a micrometer or a 1/1,000,000th of a meter. Most of these things get into our bodies via ingestion. We eat them or drink them. These things are very heavy in seafood. They can be in our drinking water. They can be in processed foods. We can also breathe them in. There is some concern because these things seem to be accumulating in our tissues. And I was talking today about an article from the Journal of Nature Medicine that showed that over an 8-year period, the amount of microplastics in the brains that were studied by autopsy increased by 50%. Now, there's not a lot of data out there about whether or not these things are actually harming us. There's a lot of research ongoing, but we don't know at this point exactly how harmful these things are. If you want to try to avoid microplastics, you can stop using single-use plastics, avoid plastic packaging, eat more fresh foods over processed foods. It's probably not a bad idea. I think there's going to be a lot more research about this topic coming out in the next year, and we are going to keep you on top of it. So look forward to more segments about the very exciting topic of microplastics.